Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for part 2 of Season 4 of the Career Mode and part 198 of the series as a whole. We are getting really close now to part 200. It's a really special occasion, I'm sure we'll mark it when we get there. When we do part 4 next Monday, but first we've got part 2 and of course part 3 to come. And the second part sees the two Robertsons take one another on. We are Neil Robertson taking on rank number 29, Jimmy Robertson, in the last 32 of the RIGA Masters. Now, if you didn't watch the last episode, I completely recommend that you go and do it. Obviously, now you're watching this, you'll know the outcome, but we beat Anthony Hamilton by 3 frames to 0. It was a solid match. To be honest, we weren't at our best. It was a little bit poor, but we weren't too bad. We got through it, and that's really all that matters. And if you did miss the announcement in the last episode, we're going to play the medium-length matches up to the last 16 of the little tournaments like this, and then go to the longer matches. But in the Home Nations events and other big tournaments, we'll play the long matches from the last 32. So this stage onwards, but in the smaller tournaments, it just doesn't really seem worth it. But there is a new update on Snooker 19. I'm really excited. Patch 1.18, I believe it is. I mean, the game's been out a year and a half, and the dev's still bringing out updates, so really amazing work from them. And I did play a frame before I started this. I thought, ooh, what's new? And there's one feature that I won't even have to tell you about. You'll notice it straight away probably in about 10 seconds time, but it makes play very, very seamless. So here we go then for the start of the first frame. It's us to break, which, again, in a match like this doesn't really matter too much, but you'll see in just a few seconds exactly what I mean. There we are. Lovely. Just seamless. The transition system has been changed, and it's great, as you can see, between shots. It's just so quick. You've got no more of that opponent is thinking thing. I don't know if it might happen on the odd occasion, potentially, when there's a really tough shot they've got to play, but it's just so seamless. It makes the match so much quicker, and I think it might actually benefit our style of play, not having to sit there waiting for too long. But that is a really good safety. A little bit more power on that, and that would have been outstanding, but certainly not too bad at all. Ooh, he's missed the red coming down the table, so that is very much something that he wasn't planning for, and he's left a bit of an opportunity for us here to get into frame number 1 as Jimmy. Just a quick reminder that 2 years ago in this tournament, which of course the prize money is taken off from in Season 2, we lost in the last 32, I believe it was to our old mucker at the time, Yan Bing Tao. Got a good chance of a pot here, so we might as well go for the black, get on it straight away. But yeah, we lost to Bank Bing Tao, so if we can get through this match, then... ooh, I didn't realise that this red didn't go, so... Luckily, we've left a long pot. It's not an easy one, but it's not too bad, I don't think. I think we should be okay. But if we get through this match, we'll gain a little bit of prize money, which is always the most important. We've never done all that well in the RIGA Masters, but this year we can change that. Well, good pot, which leads to a bang-on straight pot on the pink. We've not started this frame too badly. It's all about carrying that on and keeping the momentum going throughout, isn't it, ultimately?
Delicate touch required here.
Just a delicate one here, as Dave Hendon says. Unfortunately, they've not changed the commentary. That's me being really nasty and cynical, but there you go. But a good start to frame 1. We've certainly got a chance of accumulating some points. I don't think it'll be enough to win the frame, but I'm not going to argue at a 30 or 40 point head start here. This is, I would say, the key shot. Essentially open up that pack of reds, see what happens here. So we open up, it's just the one red that splits, but given where the cue ball's landed, we've opened up an opportunity to pot at least one more, so I can't complain at that. And it's actually opened up all 4 of the reds, I believe, that are remaining in the pack to pot in some way. And if you've got a chance at potting a ball, then that's really all that matters. But back on the pink, the black is out of contention to the one pocket that we're playing too often here. But this is what I would call a frame winning chance now, and we just haven't been that clinical lately. So it'll be refreshing if we can win this in one visit, try and get back to our old form. And obviously in the best of 5, if you can snap up a frame nice and quick, then just gives you a bit of breathing room. And hopefully means you can get the match done a bit quicker. Obviously that we're not trying to rush things, but again, these early rounds, you don't want to be here any longer than you have to be. It could halt your momentum throughout the tournament. And plus the fact you want the big boys to see that, I mean, we are a big boy, but we want the rest of the big boys to think, oh, you know, Robbo's up for it this time. Maybe overhit that one, so position might be a little bit awkward here for the first time in the frame. So we either play the blue to the middle. I think we are in a bit of a pickle here. I think we just secure the green. Secure the green. Play for a bit of pace. A lot of pace. See what we land on. And worst comes to worst, we can always play a safety. But this doesn't look too bad. It's certainly heading in the right direction. I can't argue with that position. That's nice. Again, it's just all about giving yourself a chance. There was no risk there. Okay, it could have ended terribly and would have ended up in a snooker, but for the same argument as if you go out for a walk, you could be hit by a bus. You know, there's a risk to doing everything in life. Just use this red as a bit of a opportunity to slow the cue ball. That's it. Perfect.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
54.
Let's get the frame one first, but if we can, will we see our first century of the season?
55.
I just think this these new transitions might seem very simple to someone, but it just speeds up the time that you take the shots in, and that's so valuable. Or at least speeds up the time in which you can take the shots. Obviously, it doesn't give you any sort of time warning, but it's pretty much frame over here. There's 5 reds left, so 68 points left on the table. This will mean that he has to get all the remaining balls on the table, this pink does. It's not the best shot, actually, that isn't. I'll be honest.
This pot for snookers required.
But it doesn't really matter. We get the pink.
In it goes.
It's a good shot, that was, actually. So I open up that red. And I'm hungry to get the first century of the season. I think we've definitely got a chance. We've turned up well today. Didn't think this would be a frame winning opportunity, but it just so happens that it has been. And we've played well so far. And to get a quick frame on the board is, again, a very nice way to start this match. And try and avoid any silly early dropping out. I don't think we've played the black at all this frame. I think it's been there throughout. Oh no, we did play it once. I'm trying to remember when it was.
Right centre pocket.
Can't remember now.
What a top pot that was. 81.
But we're going to have to open up the black probably at some point, so I'll have to bear that one in mind. Can we get to this red? Yeah, we can. I think that's the way that we open the black up, to be honest. Play with a bit of pace, try and get off the cushion. Yeah, because I knew we'd hit the black. It'd be great if it passes that red. Does it pass? No, not quite. That's a bit of a shame. Doesn't leave anything easy here. Especially given that we're on right on the cush. So we're going to have to play this with some pace if we want a potting opportunity next time round.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt.
The blue's there. It's just ran too far. We could go for a bit of a quarter chance here. It's really tough, this. It's going to be a very thin shot to pot this. But if we do, we give ourselves a chance of the ton. And if not, well, we've won the frame anyway. There's nothing to lose. No. Well, we just miss out on the first century of the season. But a solid break of 87. And we secure the first frame within 10 minutes. That's a plus. Good start.
Frame conceded. Frame Neil Robertson.
And now,
It's given me a lot of confidence, that has. Well, not a lot of confidence, but certainly some confidence. Given that in the last match, we were struggling to make breaks of 40 or 50.
Thank you. The second
So let's see what Jimmy Robertson has got, because we didn't see a lot of him in the last frame. Decent break off. Can't argue with that. Hit that a bit hard. Don't think it'll lead to much. Yeah, we could have done with hitting that a bit softer. He can now pot the red. It's only a half chance though, so it depends whether he wants to take it on. I think he will. Opponent is thinking this time, so yeah. But still, it's still a fairly seamless transition.
No.
And he's missed the red. That is a shocker.
That won't provide any solace.
As Hendon says, no solace. I don't. Genuinely, apart from the James Bond film with the same name, I've never heard the word solace used anywhere in my life, apart from with Dave Hendon's commentary. Absolutely anywhere. And that won't provide any solace. Have to play with some top here, but I could have done with some side, really. To try and open up an opportunity. We knocked one red, but it's not really giving us anything. But we'll take the 8 points. And also, obviously, the chance to put Jimmy in some trouble. It's always a welcome surprise, but might have hit that a bit short. But no, it's fine. Don't think we've quite got the snooker, but we might do. No, we can just see the edge of the red, but no real problems there. Oof, very nearly guzzing off. But no problems there. Should have made the video length a bit shorter as well. I know it sounds very daft, but a few seconds here and there, if there's 30 transitions in a frame, then that's a minute gained every frame. Of just watching the screen go whoosh. You know, it's unneeded. But a good chance here for Jimmy, and again, he's missed the red. He's been a bit punchy, I think. I think he's been a bit punchy with the chance he's taking, personally. So a chance for us to reap the rewards here. Oh, we've hit that a bit too hard. It's not quite happening for us here. It's okay. I'm not worrying, but yeah, it's just a little bit frustrating. But again, no real issue. Overhit that one quite a lot, so again, he's got a third chance at a pot if he wants it. He's hungry for it. He's going to take it on again, and he finally pots one. But again, I think it was a bit of a shot to nothing. That tried to play the safety, because now there's not really a chance. If he's taking it on. He's a braver man than me, and it's a lovely pot actually. He's a braver man than me, because if he'd have missed that, that could have been 2-0 and a long way back into the match. But fair dues to him. It was a good pot. And we might well just see what he's made of now.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
I feel like he's risen up the rankings. I don't feel like he's been in the top 20 all of the game, all the time that we've been playing this career mode. But he is. He's in 29th. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Doesn't want to overhit this.
Oh, that's bit of get out of jail free card, really, that other red was there.
20.
All I'll say is these transitions are a little bit quick sometimes to keep track of.
27.
But not quite got the cue ball on a string. Surely he'd play the one that's up by the green spot. Don't think there's much of a thought involved here. Yeah.
Into the right corner.
Not playing it with pace though, and that is dreadful. That is a dreadful shot. You know, fair enough, don't play it with pace. You're not too bothered about the position. I respect that and fine, but secure the pot and all. But that was a bizarre shot. It really was. Can't make head and tail of that. So, it's all about us trying to make the most of this chance now, which there certainly is one. Definitely our best chance by far of this frame. It's amazing, isn't it? It just doesn't run for you sometimes. I thought that would have been more than hard enough to get onto the black, but as you can see, it wasn't. So it's going to be a tricky pot on the red next, and well, that's been compounded by hitting the cue ball too much. So again, it's a bit like Jimmy's shot earlier. Do we take the risk? Because it does open up an opportunity if he does, if it doesn't go in. But, you know, can you play a safety from here? Probably not.
He's looking to pop this into the
So we've got to trust our cue ball here. Pray we've got it right. Oh, it just about drops. But where's this cue ball going to end up? Oh, we're going to get the look. Oh, what colour do we declare here? We either go for the black, but that's going to be tough. I don't actually think we can get to the black. Not to pot, anyway. Pink we can probably get to. Yeah, I thought probably pink. Yeah, we can get to the pink. Just try and put him in some bit of trouble. Get between brown and blue. But that is rather unfortunate, playing the positive shot and being punished for it.
Neil Robertson, 12.
I think he can knock this red in, yeah. But now he's just playing the safety. I was actually meaning the red to the middle pocket. I'm surprised he didn't try and tag that on. It was a tight angle, but not that tight. Few half chances here. Given the nature of Snooker 19. Chances that Jimmy would take if given the opportunity. I guess just play hard off the red ball and try and get the cue ball by the colours. Get everything down the table. Oh, we overhit it though. That's not going to help it. That's not going to help matters, is it? But as long as it doesn't go over the middle pocket, which it hasn't, we've got half a chance of keeping him out.
This won't be easy.
He's going to take it on. Oof, well, that was a shot that wasn't really ever on, but yeah, so this is a half chance with this red. Again, we need to hit it gently. Risky one to take on this.
That's a bad miss. He should have popped that.
I said it was, and well, I think Jimmy's going to take this chance this time.
1.
Just really haven't had the look of the ball so far this frame. You can use your excuse all you like, I guess, but I think it's true. I don't think there's anything unreasonable about me playing. If I bloody put my teeth back in, nothing unreasonable about me saying that. We had 3 chances to get on the black, and cue ball just didn't run for us.
17.
So it's up to Jimmy to take this chance.
23.
And to be honest, that's not the best shot in the world, is it? Lovely shot to pot the
24.
red, though, there. I thought he was going to go for safety, but didn't. But, surprise, surprise, he is now going for safety, but
He'll be playing safe here.
I think he wanted a bit more safety than that. However, that was a stinker from us. We needed a lot more cue power on that. That could be frame over now.
Not what he intended at all. He'll be annoyed with that.
Just needs red and colour. So just play the red soft and play the black, and it should be frame over. And he's, yeah, potted the red. So just the black or the blue, whichever.
Just the pink needed here.
He's going for the pink. That's interesting. And he's potted it. Tried to get on the red, I suppose, just to make sure of it.
Well,
And if he pots the red, it's definitely all over. And it's dropped, so the scores are level. It's 1 each. I can't say I'm too pleased about that. A bit frustrated, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
15.
You can't win them all.
18. 22.
But 2 fairly quick frames there. Not much safety involved. And we didn't get on the right side of the safety in that frame. But as I said, you can't win them all.
Jimmy Robertson.
Let's just focus on winning the next frame.
That's the frame.
And
Well played.
we should still be okay.
Well, even Stevens at the moment, with neither player able to gain an advantage.
It's tight, isn't it? Just when you think one player is starting to dominate, there's an immediate comeback.
Just tickled me when they come out with that comment after 2 frames. That was obviously intended for like a longer match when it was, I don't know, 8 apiece or something. One player's dominated and then the other player gets back into it. It's like there's been a frame each. Calm down. Calm down, gents. Right, there's a half chance on here, but I think it's pretty much a shot to nothing. I don't think we'll open up too much if we miss it. It's there. And we just go around the reds. That was the idea. Play a shot to nothing. And it might be time for a bit of... not naughty snooker in the way Judd Trump plays it, but a bit of naughty snooker in getting him in a what might be seen as an unsporting snooker.
Neil Robertson, 1.
I'll tell you what, though, he gets out of it quite well. That's good escape. You can't argue with that. Not what he was aiming for at all. Well, I didn't think it was that bad. I don't think you can argue with that too much. You really don't. But nevertheless, he leaves a potting opportunity on. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about today. It's, you know, yeah, just speechless. Just not getting a run of the cue ball at all.
That's what he was attempting.
But luckily we get to the black, so not too much damage done. Things opened up slightly more. But yeah, I can't believe that. I really can't. And to be honest, there's not a great opportunity available here. I'd be absolutely fine playing a safety shot up to the bulk if one of the reds was up there. So I think we're going to have to go and go for the ballsy shot here. We'll know pretty quickly if it's gone in, and to be fair, it's a good pot, but you watch the position be terrible. It's not that bad. I wouldn't say it's terrible, it's mediocre, but it's not awful. I suppose you're not going to have to hand it to you on a plate every frame. That's inevitable. Not an easy pot, but it's there, right in the middle of the pocket. And those few tough shots there, as you all know that, you know, you have to play those sometimes. Again, it's not handed to you on a plate all the time. You have to make your own opportunities. Things hopefully will start to become easier now, but not really when we're playing a shot like that. Again, we didn't play that to the right pace, and we've suffered for it. I think we can get away with it this time by potting the red up the bulk.
Pot into the right corner.
Oh, we've hit the brown.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
Well, you could say it's fine form. I don't really agree. I'd say it about the first frame, but we're just not seeming to get a particularly good run at the moment. Good pot, though.
Good split.
And that is a good split. I can't see us losing the frame from here, I have to say.
9.
One thing I wish they added was that it puts you automatically on the colour that you're closest to. Because it's gone for the pink for us there. I don't quite get. I understand if it was, I don't know, the highest value colour, but the pink I just don't. I suppose that pink might have been the ball we were closest to actually. So they might already do that, and I've just completely forgotten about it. We'll see. So technically it should be the black next. No, it's the pink again. Don't know why they love the pink so much. And it's on a postcard. No idea.
Chance nonetheless. Great pot.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
Well, there you go.
20.
Finished very nicely. We're not quite doing this the orthodox way, but sometimes
21.
you have to go a little bit differently to the norm in terms of winning a frame. But this might be awkward. This might miss. These middle pockets aren't forgiving. We need to play it with some pace, though, to get down towards the black cushion. But that was
23.
an absolute stinker. Didn't play it with much pace and suffered for it. You know, we're usually guilty of playing something with far too much pace. But there, we hadn't really got any sort of pace on the cue ball. But that safety shot's a little bit better. Again, does its job, gets back to the bulk, doesn't leave anything easy on.
Neil Robertson, 23.
Can't believe we've only scored 25 points this frame. How many reds are left? 9? I think it's 9, isn't it? Have a quick butchers. There's 4, so oh, 8, okay. Suppose because we haven't got high value colours, that's been the problem, but that's a nice safety.
Who will make the first mistake?
Managed to bring one ball out. I think the mistake will be here, someone hitting that red and pink. Could be wrong. Might be something else that happens, and I think the blue doesn't push his way out of getting to this red. Yep, thought so. Can he pot it? He can. But he's had a bit of the Neil Robertson fate. I think it's obviously in the family genes. Again, Jimmy Robertson isn't Neil Robertson's brother. But I'll tell you what he has got there. A lovely run of the ball. That is quite unbelievable. Really is.
Jimmy Robertson, 1.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I'm going to play this soft. Try and just run up to a red. That's far too soft, though. Can understand what you're trying to do, but gives him a potting opportunity, unfortunately, which he will take on. It's all gone south a little bit, hasn't it, since frame 1? Had a cracking first frame, and then after that, it's just started to stink a bit. But again, he's having no run of the ball at the moment. Lucky that he's on the pink. But that luck runs out pretty quickly, as we've shown a lot of evidence of so far.
8. 13.
Could be wrong though. We might get a frame-winning break from here, and that's really going to put the alarm bells starting to ring. Going to put the alarm bells starting to ring. I don't know what I come out with sometimes. Thank God I'm not a professional, eh? But, well, he can't get enough points to get level with us, so it's disappointing from his point of view. No doubt about that. Let's play this cue ball, I think, across the table. Try and get a good safety. Depends where the cue ball's going to end up. Nah, I can't argue with that one. It's pretty much ended up where it was. It's a good shot, I thought that. But a very slow scoring frame. Only 4 reds left and 46 points scored between the two of us. But that was a little bit of a poor shot, has to be said. So, gives us a half chance, which as you can see, we had no hesitation in taking that on. And it's there.
Brilliant. What a pot.
So, now we have got a chance to go and win this frame. Oh, that's too hard. Just too much on that. It's frustrating, isn't it, when you can't get any rhythm to your play. I think that's really annoying when that happens. But these things do happen. As long as we keep the cue ball safe, which we have. End of the day, all the reds are on separate cushions, so nothing I don't think he'll like taking on. Problem comes when if he tries to put us in a snooker. Just bring the red off the cushion. Hope it runs enough. That's okay, especially if the yellow gets involved. Yeah, I think the yellow's blocked his route to that one.
Excellent safety.
So only the one red he can get to now. Just the one that's up bulk. And where's this cue ball going to end up? Doesn't look great for him, and it's certainly not. I think we played a good shot there. I think that it was a very good shot we played.
He should have potted that.
Oh, bloody hell. Followed up by an absolute stinker. That's the problem when we start getting a little bit frustrated and start playing our shots far too quickly. Should have just took a bit more time over that one, and that would have been frame sealed. But if he goes and wins this frame because of that now, well, that is a horror show for us.
Nicely done.
7.
Certainly got a chance here. Not the shot I would have played, I have to say, on that pink. I'd have left that one on the cushion that he's undoubtedly going to go for now till last. Good pot, though, and, well... how's he going to get on this red from here?
15.
It's not going to be easy pot, this. Not going to be an easy pot, but it looks good.
Tremendous.
Well, what do I know?
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
Suppose what works for certain players doesn't work for others. And vice versa. Tight cut here on the yellow. And could Jimmy Robertson be going ahead?
There.
Oh, wonderful shot.
Does that green pass the brown? Obviously. Well, it does. Wow.
28.
Well, this frame has gone away from us quickly. But he's... don't know whether he's missed the brown intentionally or what. But, again, I wouldn't have bothered.
He's playing the pot here.
Because we
What
can
a
do that to him.
Magnificent pot that is.
Just seemed crazy for him to do that. Don't know what... He might have just missed it. Genuinely. You know, played the pot and missed it. But, it's a strange shot nonetheless. So, not the easiest of blues. Should be okay though at this pace. Just about.
Loose shot.
Again, didn't want really take too much of a risk to get onto the pink, so
9.
it's a tough pot that we've got here to take on. Might as well go with... It's an awkward one, isn't it, here? Do we go with pace or not? Because we'll obviously need the black.
Very tricky shot coming up.
We've missed the pink. And the more that comes up the table, the more problem we've got.
Neil
Because
Robertson.
he only needs the pink to win the frame. And he's got it. Well,
That should mean no way back into this frame for his opponent.
6.
just seems to be the way it goes. I think that there's obviously some elements of our game that we can change. We
Long pots are
play some shots far too quick, and that red earlier on in the frame, if we'd have potted that, I think we'd have given ourselves a cracking chance at going and winning the frame. But again, I just can't believe after that first frame, when we were so solid and
4th frame.
Jimmy Robertson couldn't do anything, and now we enter the fourth frame, needing both of the remaining frames to stay in the RIGA Masters. And the first of those two frames, he's going to start off fairly quickly
going on.
with a half chance. Good pot.
Great opening red.
Just want to make sure we don't get frustrated now and start whacking the cue ball around, because that doesn't help anyone. But certainly a decent starting chance here. There's 3 or 4 reds we can go at. Not the best position on the black, so we're going to use the blue. I just don't feel confident playing that. Simple as.
In it goes.
So might need a bit more cue power like that, but if it works, it works. As I said earlier, what works for one player doesn't necessarily work for another. And that wasn't the best shot in the world, but we get away with it.
15.
Now, I should have checked. Yeah, it does go. That's okay then. That is okay. Trying to see if we can get some sort of angle on the next red, but it's going to be tricky. Just go for power, I think, here, possibly. Try and get a split, but the only thing we've hit is the pink. Again, it's just not going for us. But actually, to be fair, we've opened up that red, so maybe wasn't the best way to do it, but we've still got position on the red. It's gone with a long way around, but we get it, and a nice pot and good position on the next black. But again, the position's not too great here for the next shot. It's going to be a tight one to the middle pocket, I think, if we take anything on here. We've ran that a bit far, so might have to be to the top corner pocket. It's a bit of a shot to nothing, given that we don't give another opportunity if we miss this.
Chance nonetheless.
Oh, pick that one out.
That's an absolutely
Lovely pot.
outstanding
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What
We have got an angle to go into the reds here. Just hope that it's a good split.
That's a really good split.
Doesn't look bad, but where's the cue ball going to end up? Yep, that's in a decent spot. Keep this up, and we should be on for a decider.
He just wants
The decider we need to win, of course, to stay in this year's RIGA Masters, rather than go out at the last 32 stage or at a lowly stage like we have in other years. Risky shot to take on this pink, but it's the one I feel most confidence in,
brilliant.
and it's there.
What a magnificent pot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
I'll tell you what,
45.
that was a poor shot. Thought that red would go.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
No, missed the red. Wants to play it with an element of safety, but the cue ball has been followed by the red, which is most annoying. It's just the way it goes sometimes, and
This really is tricky.
yeah, this isn't looking good. And a cracking pot from Jimmy.
It's right out of the top.
Could be our last shot, that.
1.
In the blink of an eye. Tournament over, potentially.
That's a good split. He's got a real
Great
chance
split.
here.
You know, it's a real chance, this. We show glimpses, like in that first frame, of being a solid player, and then we just play a few silly shots, and our opponents, especially at this stage, are good enough to take their chances.
Nicely on the blue.
9. 14.
And when they don't take their chances, more often than enough,
15.
we muck up our chances, so the resultant chance that they get, they usually take. But to go out again at the last 32 of this tournament is just like, well, yeah. But our misery might not be coming just yet.
22.
Again, a poor shot from Jimmy. And we might just get a second bite at the cherry here to go and win this fourth frame. Certainly the motivation we need.
Outstanding.
We know we've got to win the frame, so
Great cue ball.
it's no mistake snooker, or else, as we thought it might have been earlier, it could be our last shot we play.
8.
To be fair, we've got a healthy buffer in this frame, so that will certainly help our cause.
9.
Would have played the blue there, but the green ball's the best for position. And again, we've just not played it hard enough, really, to get a comfortable potting position. It's going to be a half chance we have to take on here. The rewards are pretty good if we can pop this, but it's a risk. Ah, good shot. Good shot.
13.
But again, on another day, could have missed that, and it could have been all over. Try and avoid the red here and come off the cushion, use that to our benefit. But again, just not played it hard enough at all.
19.
Ay, 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 ay. Try and get this cue ball on the bottom cush. Oh, we've overhit that as well. It's like, you know, we're under hitting, we're over hitting shots, and every time, of course, it works out
He intended it to.
badly for us. So
Neil Robertson, 90.
it's not working, is it? We've started the new season, it seems, as we ended off the last one.
To sink this into
Can't put
the
my
left
finger on it,
pocket.
really can't. But again, can you believe it? No disrespect to Jimmy Robertson, but any decent player would have completely stuffed us by now.
Not perfect position.
But now, we only need the brown, and we'll take it to a decider. Well, there you go. We popped the brown. Again, I'm not going to complain at getting through this frame.
No real
We're not playing our best snooker, but sometimes you just need a bit of luck, and that's exactly what we got there. So, we set up a decider, which, given the events that have took place so far in this match, are anybody's.
Attempting to sink this into the
On form, it depends what frame you look at. Frame number 1, we were on top form. The 2 frames that have come after that, not so good.
Challenging pot along the cushion here.
Good shot on the red there.
With the rest.
13.
Playing for the middle pocket.
Not really bothered about position here. Just well, clearly because we've missed the blue by a mile. That wasn't great at all. We certainly don't want to do that in a decider, but to be fair, if that was a decider and the map frame was still on, it wasn't a bad safety shot, although it really wasn't intended as a safety shot, goodness me. But after 40 odd minutes, it's been pretty much 10 minutes of frame it's averaged at. This will be the final frame. The victor of this frame will move on to the last 16, and the loser will be going home with a bit of a sad face, especially if it's us. I think Jimmy Robertson would have expected to lose this match, but would be a shock for us to go out. But that could very easily happen. Got a good chance to get a starter though.
Well, he's looking
Get our foot in the door.
into the right corner pocket.
And it's a good pot. And it's not bad on the black.
1.
Played it with a bit more pace than we originally intended, and I think it's served us well.
8.
Not a fan of those along the cushion, I have to say, so I'm going to go for the one to the middle pocket. Again, doesn't leave too much on if we miss it, to be fair. But a good pot.
Amazing.
It just means we can get to the black,
Superb.
go into the reds, and hope for a good split.
Is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
It's a solid split, that is, and leaves us a good potting opportunity, so hopefully it's a bit of a return to the form we showed in frame 1. But the main thing in a decider is to get in first, give yourself a chance. It's nothing more painful sitting there in a decider, in the chair, not having any sort of chance. That's the one thing you ask for, I think, as a player in a decider, just a chance. And if you can't get that, well, quite clearly, you're going to be out. And hopefully, we don't give Jimmy Robertson a chance here. That's the aim.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
And this certainly sets itself up well to get some solid points.
That's a great pot.
While we're playing the black, it's 8 points every red and black. So, with this black, we already conjure up 32 points. Not the best shot there, but it'll do. Have to adjust our parameters, that's all. Clearly we've got the Colin McRae rally going on outside. Never mind the dog barking, goodness me. But it's quite clear that if we can get through this match, it's going to need a much better display from us in the last 16. Or else I don't think we'll get so lucky. But, to be fair, it's been a scrappy match, and sometimes it's not plain sailing. I think we beat ourselves up a bit too much when we make a few mistakes. You're not going to be potting everything, it's just inevitable you're going to make a few mistakes.
41.
Didn't make any mistakes, we'd be winning every tournament, riding high as #1 in the rankings. So I think it's just the fact when we get a chance we don't take it, and that's the most painful thing. But we're looking good to take this chance. It's probably the hardest shot yet. Again, we haven't really positioned ourselves all too well here.
He's playing for the right corner here.
But it's a good pot.
And in it goes.
Great pot. The positional shot's pretty good on the pink.
47.
Pretty much perfect. Couldn't have placed it better.
53.
And the winning line's fairly close. Got to get to it though. Still plenty of reds on the table. Don't let that score of 54 now fool you. We still need a few more shots
54.
to go our way. Just having a look at the two reds, the middle pocket. Again, don't want to get there and be embarrassed and think, oh, great, safety. Want to get this run in one chance, and a bit like the Anthony Hamilton match. Well, actually not the Anthony Hamilton match, because that wasn't too bad. We did win that one 3-0. But I think we forget this one ever happened.
62.
And try and focus on the next match. So hopefully, in these next few shots, we can secure our place in the last 16. But got a bit of work to do here. Not got ideal position.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
It's not quite gone in our favour. There's certainly a half chance.
67.
Certainly a sniff.
Just the red required.
Worth going for. Just the red needed. Oh, so close.
Tighten up his game a little.
That's a tricky pot, and we weren't far off.
Robertson, 67.
This is a challenging shot along the cushion.
And he's potted the red, so could this be a comeback from Jimmy Robertson? He's got a little bit of a leeway. Obviously, if we'd have potted the red, it would have been snookers required, but obviously because we couldn't, it was 8 more points that became available. Ooh, but that's not the best shot.
What a wonderful
Has to pot the yellow there, so has to give up 5 big points.
12.
So now 51 left on the table. And if he pots the blue, chooses the blue, he's 50 behind. So you can see that by taking that yellow and then obviously the blue, the cushion he's had between winning the frame at this visit and having to get snookers has tightened extremely.
18.
Still could do it though. Suppose you could get 3 more blacks, including the one he's going to take on now, I would say.
to play this softly.
Yep, good shot.
25.
Well, are we going to be made to pay for one poor shot? We were nearly there. That's been the story of this career mode, I think. The nearly man, the bridesmaid, even though we're not a woman.
33.
Oh well. But yeah, he's potted all blacks so far. It's exactly what he's needed.
34.
And could this all come down to 1 point? Again, 1 red.
41.
So, if he gets all the colours, he'll go through.
43.
And it'd be a good clearance. But he's going to play the safety. You know what? I don't blame him. Because miss that and all of his good work could be undone. So, I respect him for that. But it all comes down to these next 5 balls. And we need a little bit of help. Have we covered the green
Chance here.
with the blue? No, we haven't. So just a safety again, I think. And that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good safety.
He's playing the swerve.
About to say we need to hit that with a lot less pace. No, we've not hit it, and that is a big 7 points we've given away. Oh dear.
Well, it was a really
That's
hard
not gonna
shot,
help.
and It hasn't worked out for him at all.
Foul and a miss.
So,
Jimmy Robertson,
this really could be it now. That could have been our last shot.
3.
He just needs these 4 balls, and it's all over for us.
Be pretty simple.
4 balls now become 3. Alright, black's out of position, but it's not too complicated.
Well, I'm not sure we'll be too happy with that.
Well, he's not going to be happy with that at all. I really thought we played our last shot.
Jimmy Robertson, 12.
Just got to keep our focus here. Make sure we don't make any stupid mistakes, because all we need is the pink. Ultimately, don't leave it potable, and we're okay. I think, well, we haven't got through it yet, but I think this could be a massive get out of jail free, and I think that Jimmy Robertson knows it. Try and get the cue ball and the pink ball as far away from each other as possible. Got to be pretty unlucky to leave this in a potable position here. But, well, look at that. Oh, we had one aim. Don't leave it potable. That's about... Wow. I can't believe he's not going for the pot there. I really don't. Can't believe that. I'm stunned at that one. So it all comes down to these two balls. Are we in or are we out? No player giving any quarter, but this is the first chance. Just slot it in. We're good at our long pots. No need for too much power. We only need this pink. And my God, have we got away with that.
Brilliant shot.
My God, have we got away with that. Of course, it's confirmed now. We'll pot the black as well. Cracking pot. And we get through by the smallest of margins to the last 16. That was a get out of jail free. And, well, I said it in the last video and I definitely mean it now. We seriously need to improve in the last 16. Okay, we'll get a bit more time to get comfortable in our game. I think it'll either be a best of 7 or best of 9. But, my God, that was a get out of jail free. But the good news is that we beat Jimmy Robertson in that decider. We win the match by 3 frames to 2. And let's see who we're going to take on in the last 16. Last year, we succumbed to Kyron Wilson. We've never got past the last 16 of the Riga Masters. And it's Luca Brissell in a best of 7 for a place in the quarter-final. Well, I'll see you guys on Friday for the first part of that. We'll probably play the first 4 frames and then play the last 3 frames. Obviously, depending on what the score is. If it's 4-0, well, it'll be game over. But we'll play the first 4 frames in the next video. And then, of course, that'll inform what happens on Monday's episode. But if you've enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well. And subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. I was going to say, I did say Friday, and I apologise. I mean Saturday. For regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Saturday at 6 PM. Thank you for watching. I've been TIJ Gaming, and until the next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.